Hello everyone, this is Horizon. I'm back again with another shave video. Yeah, it's only been a couple days, but I'm back. I decided, since I had the house all to myself for a while, I would do another shave video before I get interrupted. So, I mentioned in the last video that something similar to the OneBlade razor, a shaving cream very associated with that razor, would be the next review. And I am going to show it now. It is the OneBlade Black Tie shaving cream with the lavender scent, and it is made in small batch in Austin, Texas, and it smells very lavendery, as one would expect, and it lasts a very long time. Now, I've used it with both the, I can't recall if I've used it with the Badger Van der Hagen brush, but I did use the Tuxedo brush, and it just does not create a very good lather, but I'm assuming that's because it's a synthetic brush and not a natural. But the cream itself, it does work very well if you're just going to apply it straight to your face with the brush, like you're not going to get a bowl or anything. But today I thought I would try a bowl lather, and for that I got my Badger brush, which has been soaking in water. And so, yeah, let's just hop into this video. My brush is still wet, so I'm going to be applying a copious amount of water to my neck. It's been a couple of days since I shaved last, so normally I don't upload this often, but like I said, I had the house to myself, figured that's not going to be happening very often. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a pre-shave oil, which I mentioned I wasn't a big fan of pre-shave oils, but I thought this time I would just use one. This is nothing fancy. It's Shave Secret Shave Oil. You can get this for like $3 at Walmart. So, yeah. I'm going to put a couple drops in here. 3, that should be enough. While that's softening up my growth, which is a couple days of growth, I'm going to see if this cream will lather. So I've got the same bowl and brush I used last time, but instead of the Gillette Pure, I'm using the black tie cream, obviously. Squeeze out the excess water, still a little bit in there. I'm just gonna do that, just dip it in there a little bit like that. And I'm gonna put the lid back on, see how well this lathers. Ooh, wow. Okay, it's spreading pretty quickly, but it might take me a little more effort to build a lather up. Need to get a bigger bowl because it's actually a little tiring on my arms to be moving it in a bowl this small. See how good of a lather I can get out of this. And if I can't get a good lather, I'll just face lather instead. Which, this does work with a brush. That's why OneBlade sold me a brush with it, but I just think it might be better if you... Or, I don't know, my opinion's starting to change. Might just be a synthetic brush issue and not a shaving cream issue. Alright, that's what it looks like, and we've got a whole bunch of it in the brush now, so I'm gonna... And this is what just came out of the brush. That is like, that is shaving gold right there. I'm gonna scrape what I can back into the bowl, and what I like to do is I will dip the tip of the brush in the cream and then start applying it to my face, although unfortunately a lot of it is sticking to my hand. I don't think it needs water. It feels really slick. And this stuff is really thick too, so... Once again, my mirror is gone, or my stand that I was using to hold my phone directly to my mirror, so I'm having to put my phone above my mirror for the time being. Get a little more. Maybe it needs more water. I think it'll be fine. It's very slick. Very thick, too. fact, if I put a little bit more effort into the lather, I could probably get away with using this and skip the pre-shave oil. Although I do wish OneBlade would make a pre-shave of their own. Castle Forbes has a good pre-shave, but because it works well and it doesn't have oil in it, and it lasts a pretty long time, and it won't clog your razor or your sink, and it won't damage your brush, but it has parabens and various propane byproducts that I am not a fan of. So, and it's expensive too. It's like $50 for 5 ounces. Not even Art of Shaving's that expensive. But then again, it is made in an actual castle in Scotland, so I am unwrapping a brand new feather blade, which I mentioned before. The OneBlade only takes feather FHS blades. Although I have heard that the FAS, which are basically the same thing as this, but they're made of carbon steel instead of stainless, I've heard they also work, but I hear that they do not work very well as actual shaving blades. And some people will get GEM, G-E-M, SE blades, and they will remove the spine and like punch a little cutout with a hole puncher, and it'll work just great, and it lasts longer and it's cheaper. I would use those if someone sold them in bulk with the spine removed and already having the little cutout punched, but since they don't do that, I'm just going to stick with the feathers. And this is a brand new blade, like I just said, so should cut through this like nothing. You can hear the feedback. Let me rinse the head real quick. I'm going to apply one more lather coat real quick. Let me just add a little bit of water back to it. Okay, I think that might help a little bit. Okay, this coat's a little bit thinner than the last one, so I think maybe this cream is better just for face lathering and not, or I don't know, it is very slick and it makes a pretty nice cushion between the skin and the hair and the blade, so you just need to master it a little better. I was in a hurry to get it lathered and my hand was hurting from trying to whip it into a lather in a bowl so small, but here we go, pass 2. Okay. Two passes with the grain. It's actually pretty smooth. That is socially acceptable. But why not do one more pass? Since the head on this thing pivots, you can kind of be a little reckless with it, but I wouldn't recommend doing it just for the heck of it, but theoretically you could do that. Add a little bit more water here. Okay, that was a bad idea. Maybe you do need to lather it a little bit more for it to really be effective. Okay, this stuff is really thin now, so maybe it is better to just face lather and not worry too much about thickness. Now, I've not tried using this cream brushless, but I don't think that's a very good idea. I don't know. Alright, now we're going to go against the grain, which the hair on my neck grows from here down this way, so going this way is against the grain for me. Everyone's facial hair is a little different, so... I might do one more pass. I keep saying that, but try it with just one. This time I'm going to face lather with this cream. It does last a very long time, even though, like, I'm not even through the top layer of it yet, and I've had this for a couple weeks, but I haven't been using it every day, so. Scrape a little bit of water. Okay, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous what I'm doing. Oh, that is smooth though. Damn. That's almost BBS, but I can't quite get to that. But that's okay. So I'm gonna screw the cap back on this oil. Gonna rinse everything. Rinse my bowl and my brush out. Now let's rinse my neck. The cold water feels very nice on my face. Oh! Tingle. Me. Let that dry. Alum block, same crystal, mineral deodorant stick. See how I did. Nothing there. Nothing there. Minor sting in there. Nothing there. Minor there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Just a couple spots that I irritated myself, but nothing major, nothing major. So I'm going to let this soak in for... The sleekness of that shaving cream is gone now, so that's how I know it's time to rinse. You don't want to keep the alum on your face because it is salty and it's just not a good idea to leave salt on your face for an excessive amount of time. So now I'm going to follow up with the Proraso Blue Aftershave Balm, Aloe and Vitamin E. Good old favorite of mine. But yeah, the OneBlade core is a very mild razor, so if you're a fan of mild razors and you want to be able to get a good pivot action, then I think it's worth using. Alright. That's good. Alright, that was my review of the Black Tie shaving cream from OneBlade. And I also used the OneBlade core razor because I felt that was only appropriate, but thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.